Oh, you know. So here we are. I'm going to tell the folks at home. We did this. This is the second take, and we usually don't do anything like that. But Tara forgot to press the record button. So here we are. We showed up here at Wayne's shop. He's open on a Saturday, and we're here to pick up a set of headlights they graciously found for us for a project we're doing at home. And yeah, what a fantastic shop. Of course, this is Wayne here. Yeah, he's just showing me money and work and work and money and
yeah.
work and work and money. He needs to clone himself. So
yes.
Anyway, this year is a great car. We were just going over and, I don't know, did you tape us unveiling the motor? You never even did that. Okay. So we won't put you on the spot, but anyway, he was just showing me this fantastic motor. So, and of course, I'm a Hemi guy and I'm a blown guy and you got a blown Hemi guy. So, what a great motor. So, true hot rod. This is what we like. It's got the friggin' wheels. It's got the tires I like. It's got the motor I like. We're just going over the steering component of it. It's a pinched frame, 32 frame, pinched. And what that is they'll bring it up. Well, they pinch it here, right at the firewall, or they pinch it at the back and pull it. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Hot rodders, listen, we'll have a talk about that someday down the road, but anyhow. There's so much things you could do an educational friggin' video on things all the time, and we would never get a chance to visit. So.
That's right. Yeah.
But what a great car. Holy friggin'. I actually really like it. Yeah. My problem with these is I'm friggin' tall from my arse to the top of my head. I know. I'm a little, well.
I mean, I'm tall then.
Yeah. Like if you sit down right beside me.
You're
like I'm tall right here.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a 30 leg. And so I sit in something like this and I'm plunking my head, 5X head too, which doesn't help. But I barely fit in some chop top cars. Some of them, if they're high boy, I can. Yeah. But if they're channel, it's nick and tuck. Depends on if that tub is down in and allows for extra arse room, you know, so.
Yeah. We had Winnie in the car. Winnie's, how big are you, Winnie? 6?
Is that big?
He fits in a farm.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's only chopped 3 inches. I just wanted enough out of it to give it that more of a
just where it needed to be.
Yeah. I think any more than that it gets too low and then it just takes the proportions off everything.
Yeah.
Right? So that's my opinion.
When I was trying to squeeze myself in some of these ones that didn't fit me, I was 276. Right now I'm like 205.
Yeah. The motor being blown and give it that more drag race style from the 60s. Yeah. You know? Is what I was kind of planning.
Oh,
so these ones were on my T. When I bought my T. Yeah. But I couldn't drive them. Oh my God, it was so just everything was shaking, right? Yeah. So I said, well, and I had the wheels on this were just Steelies with a hubcap, right? So I took them off and put them on the T and laid them on this for now. Right. But eventually I think I will be putting the cheater slicks on it.
Cheater slicks, yeah.
Right?
Like pie cut plate ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, listen. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. We couldn't get the steering column to go where we wanted it. Because the engine is right there. So we
oh, I wondered how those are. Someone told me don't trust them, and another guy said, "Oh no, I have no problem with them."
So we cut out the firewall, stuck it in, got the steering where we wanted it. And that's where it had to come out. So I made a cover it up.
That was slick.
Once it's all done. And then if you look down here, it comes out just right there, and we already had it all there, and it works great.
Yeah. See, I would trust it. It's all mechanical advantage, so it's.
Well, it's only two sprockets on the chain.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, that's what the timing chain is on a friggin'.
Right. And that's not spinning around fast, it's just whenever you turn it, right? So
I told him that. I said, listen, I don't know. And he says, oh no, I don't. But I think there was someone they knew had an issue with them.
Yeah.
But all people have issues with something.
Yeah.
You're going to find weaknesses in all this stuff, you know?
Yeah, some people have issues.
Yeah.
So we have a moon tank for the front.
Yeah.
And I have the...
Your I-beams drilled too, is it?
No.
No, it's just straight out chrome.
Straight out chrome. And I have the Dewey disc from style, disc inside. Yeah, right?
Nice. Yeah.
All polished aluminum.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, you know.
I was just talking, so I got a chance to get, plug your ears there. I got a chance to get a 27 Roadster.
Okay.
And then I got one beating around my brain for friggin' ever, like what I'd want to build for one. And it's the same thing. It's a quick changer end. It's a drilled chrome I-beam.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, I wasn't sure about the hairpins, what I was going to do, you know, with that. Whether I was going to do a stock or do that style. And I'm leaning towards this because it's hot rod, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I got a 371 rocket motor.
Okay.
And I've got a 2 4-barrel intake. And I was thinking, well, that's what I'd put in it, like, you know, and I got the mushroom style air cleaners. And anyway, so I don't know, maybe someday. And do it like ox blood red, like, or just a deep, almost burgundy red color, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe like a, you know, a tan spoke wheel. I'm telling all my secrets.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she's still keeping me, and she hasn't divorced me yet, so anyway, we'll see.
Give her time.
Yeah, I know.
Give her time, yeah.
Customer card? Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, customer card came in for a paint job. We're not doing a full restoration.
Yeah.
Just a paint job.
Yeah.
Right? So of course I told him, I said, well, we gotta strip it.
Yeah.
There's paint flaking on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And once we did that, of course, we had to put a quarter panel on it. We had to do the rockers and
it snowballed.
You know, it snowballed, so he's into it for a lot more than what he was expecting because he just wanted a paint job. But you know, I don't know. Well, if I just gave you a paint job next year, the car would look like crap, right?
When we sold our business, one of the cars I was going to buy as a, you know, I ended up buying a Hearst Olds, but I went to buy a '69 Trans Am, and I always had a soft spot for a '69 Trans Am, just not many of them around, right?
Yeah.
So every time, but I found a hood in Ontario, and I said, man, I should buy that friggin' hood. And then I found a friggin' spoiler, the actual ones.
Yeah.
I said, those are the two keys if you want to build a good clone, right?
Yeah.
And I said, anyway, I might, because the one we were bidding on, it was 100, I think it was 100 and, well, we had a bidding, like, I mean, we just sold our business, so we had the money to buy whatever. So it sold for 251,000 Canadian, and we got outbid because we only had a bidding of 250. And I figured, oh, we'll buy a couple cars or whatever. And it's like this one car went to that. I was like, go.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, that sucks.
But anyway, but it was also my bucket list to be on stage and buy one and whatever, right? And the Oldsmobile was my second car I really liked. And to buy a numbers matching, friggin' mint Olds, like that car is original body panels.
Yeah.
You know, over and above paint job done on out of a guy's collection. You know, and it's a really good car. So I'm glad I bought it.
Yeah.
So it's a restored car, which is fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's just 600 and so many of those, and how many of those are still around? You know, so.
Yeah.
But I seen this, I said, oh, gee.
Yeah.
One of those soft spots for me.
67 up top.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's on a roaster shop chassis.
565 dark block, big block into it. 750, 731 torque. And TKX, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strand.
Yeah, it's a big one.
9-inch.
15 cars. You know, we're mothballing 10 and 15 customer cars because of, I mean, granted, there's very few, I mean, we're quite fortunate, but very few people could just go right at it, right? And make it happen.
I've had a couple customers that were really good like that. They just, keep going, I want it done.
And it's great to have that, you know, it's great to have, in your size shop 2 or 3 of those guys, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was that guy at Keith's shop when he was doing my street rod for me. So
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
that's I like that actually. I'm glad you pointed it out because I didn't even look up at it.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know, until it's like
like, and I mean, and you don't tend to see these like at this stage, but you don't tend to see, roadster chassis shops and or chassis roadster. See, dyslexia, it happens. So, but you don't tend to see these custom chassis and stuff around here.
Not around here, no. No, that's our first one that we did. Yeah. Right? Because most of my customers will be like this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Comes in because I want to do the paint job because he's going to put it together. He wants to do that. And I'm fine with that too. Whatever I can do to get more cars on the road for people, that's what I want, right? Yeah. But it's nice to get a good one that you're going to do a full custom job on. Yeah. And that's why we started the CUDA. Right? Because everything underneath that we made here. Winnie built the frame on it and everything. Yeah. Right? So, instead of going out and buying a frame because I didn't have the money, we built one. Yeah. Right? So.
We didn't start with much.
No.